प्रौढशाला संस्कृत व्याकरण कक्षायां सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। अद्यतनविषयः अस्ति तद्धिताः। प्रथमपाठे वयं तद्धितपरिचयं प्राप्नुमः. At the end of this lesson we will be able to learn what is a taddhita and few examples. Before we get into the taddhita, I was explaining a concept called vritti. I said there are pancha vrittis in Sanskrit. So what is a vritti? Pararthabidhanam vrittihi. Pararthabidhanam vrittihi. Vritti is that which gives a unique meaning than the meanings of the individual words. For example, if multiple words join together and they give a unique meaning different from that of the individual meanings of the words, then we tell that vritti is present in this. So, yatra aneke shabdaha ekibhuya ekam vishishtam artham bodhayanti tatra vrittihi asti iti uchyate. Example for vritti is samasa is a vritti, kridanta is a vritti, sannanta is a vritti, ekashesha is a vritti, and taddhita is a vritti. There are 5 vrittis. So which are those 5 vrittis? Krid vritti, which is a kridanta, which we have studied. We have studied 10 pratyas under kridanta. Ekashesha. We studied ekashesha very briefly, where we said 1 out of the 2 words will remain. We studied samasa in detail. We are going to study taddhita today. We will also see if we can touch what is the meaning of sanadhyanta. Very briefly we can study the sanadhyanta also. These are called vrittis. All these 5 are called as vrittis. What happens in all these 5 vrittis? Pararthabidhanam. Now if you take the example of a samasa vritti, let us take the example of any example, Rajyaha Purushaha, Raja Purushaha. Now the word Rajan is meaning king. Purusha means a person. Now Rajyaha Purushaha will become Raja Purushaha. The meaning of Raja Purushaha is not the individual meaning of Raja and Purusha put together. Raja Purusha itself has got a different connotation. So samasa is said to be a vritti. The Raja Purusha meaning is there is a Purusha. He wants salary. He goes to the Raja. He says, I want some work, sir, so that I can work in your palace and I can earn salary. So then he said, okay, if you do the work nicely, I will give you the work. So there is a Swami Bhritya Sambandha between Rajan and Purusha, or a Swami Suhrut Sambandha, whatever, Swami Mantri Sambandha, whatever is there. And this person works for the king. So he may be called as Raja Purusha. So you see all these things that are there, that exist between that Raja and Purusha, is not the actually conveyed through Raja Purusha Samastapada, but cannot be conveyed through the individual words Rajan and Purusha. Suppose I say I will individually Rajan and Purusha may be different, but together when the actual vibhaktis are joined and when the Samastapada is joined in a particular meaning, in a particular framework, like that Purusha is a framework. So Uttara Padartha Pradhana, all that when the joining happens, a different meaning is obtained by the word Raja Purusha. Similarly, we'll be seeing Taddhita today. Similarly, if you go for Ekasesha, Mata cha Pita cha Pitarau, the individual meaning of Mata and Pita is not the meaning of Pitarau. Pitarau is parents. So you are addressing them together and you want to look at them together, and that is the bhava that Pitarau is communicating. It is not that just that father plus mother is equal to father mother. Like that, it is not the case in Ekasesha, in the word Pitarau. Now this is called Parartha Vidhanam. So what is a vritti? Yatra aneke shabdaha eki bhuya ekam vishishtam artham bodhayanti tatra vrittihi asti iti uchyate. If you see Kridanta also, for example, if you take kumbham karoti iti kumbhakaraha, Karoti iti karaha. Karaha. The kara is one who does. Karoti is to do or does in latlakara. Now the meaning of latlakara, the same meaning is not obtained in the word kara. Now karoti iti karaha. Karaha, the meaning that we gain from karaha is not the meaning that we gain from karoti iti. That is why it has got a parartha abhidhana. A special meaning is obtained once these pratyas are added, and that is why these five are called as pancha vrittis. Today we will be learning the taddhita pratyas. Taddhitaha. Tasmai hitam taddhitam. Prayogaya yat hitam karoti tat taddhitam iti uchyate. So what is a taddhita? It is a one of the vrittis. So it should have a parartha bidana. That means when two or more words combine to form a taddhita, they should give a unique meaning. And they should also give some shorter usage, easier usage, a very beautiful usage in the word. So the suffixes that are added to the pratipadika to make the usage easier and shorter are called as taddhita suffixes. Now, taddhita refers to those suffixes, the pratyas, which are added to the pratipadika. Pratipadika is the root form of the noun, namapada, to make the usage easier and shorter. And they convey special meanings. Now, Dasharathasya apatyam puman. Let us take the example. Dasharatha is the word. Now, to the word Dasharatha, a pratyaya called E is added. Now, when the pratyaya E is added, it becomes Dasharathi. We will see how it becomes Dasharathi, etc. Now, when it becomes Dasharathi, what is the meaning it is conveying? It is not conveying the meaning of Dasharatha. It is telling Dasharathasya apatyam puman. Dasharathi refers to Dasharatha's son, apatyam, who is a male. Dasharathasya apatyam puman. Dasharathasya puman is a male. Apatyam is son or child. Dasharathasya apatyam puman. Dasharatihi. Now, what is the suffix which is added here? E. This is a taddhita suffix. This is added to the pratipadika Dasharatha. When the suffix are added to the pratipadika, instead of telling in a sentence Dasharathasya apatyam puman yeshaha, I can always say that yeshaha dasharatihi. So the word Dasharathi is a shorter and a easier usage which indicates the meaning of son of that particular pratipadika. So son of Dasharatha is Dasharathi. Now such suffixes which are added after the pratipadika to make the usage in a nice way, easier, shorter, so that we quickly understand the meaning, are called as taddhita suffixes. There are hundreds of taddhita suffixes in Paninian grammar. We will study a few of them. Now, how is this taddhita formed? First, there will be a pratipadika. Then we add the taddhita pratyaya in a particular meaning, and taddhitanta pratipadika is obtained. To the taddhitanta pratipadika, we add the supratyaya to obtain the taddhitanta subanta. Example, Dasharatha is the pratipadika. To that we added E as the taddhita pratyaya. Dasharatha E. It became Dasharathi, which is a pratipadika again. It is an ikaranta of pullinga. So what happened? Akaranta of pullinga became ikaranta, and it became a taddhitanta pratipadika because it has got a taddhita pratyaya at its end. The E pratyaya which was added at the end, therefore it is called as taddhitanta pratipadikam. Dasharatha does not have any suffix, taddhita suffix at its end. Dasharatha is a plain pratipadika. To that we added taddhita pratyaya. Now when the taddhita pratyaya is added, it became Dasharathi. It is a taddhitanta pratipadika because of the presence of E pratyaya at its end, which is a taddhita pratyaya. Now to the taddhitanta pratipadika, we add supratyas, because if you want to use in a sentence, you need pratyas and you need vibhakti meanings. Therefore, we add supratyaya and then it becomes a taditanta subanta. So Dasharathi plus su will become Dasharatihi Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Now after this you can start using it in a sentence. Dasharatihi Satyam Vadati. Like that you can use in a sentence. Now after having understood the introduction of Tadita Pratyas, we need to understand some of the important karyas in a Tadita. So in this topic, we will be studying some important karyas, how the karyas happen in Taditas. So what are the changes that happen grammatically in some when Tadita Pratyas are added? We will see what are the changes that happen grammatically when Tadita Pratyas are added. The first karyam that happens is Adi Vriddhi. In most of the cases, Adi Vriddhi happens. What is the meaning of Adi Vriddhi? Adi is the first letter. Vriddhi is Vriddhi. It is a Vyakarana Shastra Vriddhi. Okay. What is, we learnt Vriddhi Sandhi in our Sandhi class. Now, what is a Vriddhi? What are Vriddhi letters? Vriddhi Radait. So, A, I, and Au are called as Vriddhi letters. Now, now what is the meaning of Adi Vriddhi? If we add a Tadita Pratyaya to a Pratipadika and it has Ni, N, K, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Ni, N, K. So, if the Tadita Pratyas has got these three letters, generally what happens is the first Ach letter of the Pratipadika will get Vriddhi. What is the meaning of Vriddhi? There is a Ach letter. Ach is what? What are the Ach letters? Ach refers to the swaras, vowels. Now, Dasharatha plus E, there the first Ach letter in Dasharatha is Akara after the letter Da. Dakarottara Akaraha eva Adi Ach. Now, the first Ach letter will get Vriddhi. So, if it is A, it will become A. If it is E, it will become I. So, it will get Vriddhi. A, I, and Au are the Vriddhi letters. Dasharatha will become Dasharatha. Then E Pratyaya is added, Dasharathi, and it become Dasharatihi after the Supratyaya is added. Now this concept is called Adi Vriddhi. And second karya that we will be learning in the Tadita Pratyaya is Antima Varna Lopaha. If the last letter of the Pratipadika is A or E, and if it is followed by a Yakaradi Ajadi Tadita Pratyaya, usually the last letter gets deleted. So what is the condition says? See, the last letter of the Pratipadika should be Akara, Akara, Ikara, Ikara. Okay, very good. Dasharatha example. In the Dasharatha example, we have Akara. And if it should be followed by a Tadita Pratyaya. Very good, sir. E is a Tadita Pratyaya. Now, what kind of a Tadita Pratyaya? What the rule says, it should have Yakaradi Ajadi. So this is E is an Ajadi Tadita Pratyaya. So when Ajadi or Yakaradi Tadita Pratyaya comes, usually the last letter of the Pratipadika. What is the last letter of the Pratipadika? Tha. The Tha is made up of Th plus A. So the last letter or the last sound is actually a sound. So the a sound gets deleted. So only when it gets deleted, the Dasharath E will become the Dasharathi. The Pratyaya E, that Ni is a marker. So it gets deleted. So Dasharathi is what comes in the final. So the second karya that happens is Antima Varna Lopa. If the Pratipadika is Akaranta or Ikaranta and it is followed by Yakaradi Ajadi Tadita Pratyaya. The third karyam is guna, and it happens only if the pratipadika is a ukaranta. And the same, it should be followed by yakaradi ajadi pratyaya, then it becomes guna. Example, guru plus an. Adi vridhi you apply to guru, it will become what it will become? Ukara will become aukara. So gau. So it becomes gau, gauru, gauru. Now gauru should become, gauru is the word. What it says is, since it has yakaradi ajadi tadita pratyaya, here it is an is an ajadi tadita pratyaya. Therefore, the gauru will, the ukara in the gauru becomes a guna letter. What are guna letters? A, O are called as guna letters. So ukara becomes okara. So it becomes gauro. Once it becomes gauro, it adds with akara, which is an. An becomes a. So gauro plus a will become gaurava as per Vantadesha Sandhi rule. Now, this happens only if the pratipadika is an ukaranta pratipadika. Now we will look at tadita pratyas. What we will be studying some of the tadita pratyas under some headings. What are the tadita pratyas that we will be studying in this class, and in what headings we study these pratyas? The pratyas that we will be studying are apatyarthaka tadita, matvarthiya tadita, bhavarthaka tadita, sambandharthaka tadita, taditanta avyayam, anyarthaka. Some other meanings also we will study. So we have about 5 to 6 meanings under which we are going to study the tadditas today.